What I've just made is a espresso with whipped cream. It's got an official name. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up and put it in here, or put a link right here that links to this mug. What this is called is whipped cream with espresso. It's got some fancy official name, but that's what I like to drink in the morning. It's very hot right now, so we're going to let it cool down. Who is your makeup person? Can you tell me? Hair needs work, a little makeup, a little something just to clean it up just a little bit. Welcome to part 2 of the episode 2. We were talking about unboxing the Arduino, and there's a good book you can get called Exploring Arduino, written by Jeremy Bloom. You know what? I need to know if this is backwards or not. I'm filming on my Windows 8 machine. We can go into Windows 8 things later, reasons why I don't like Windows 8, but we will. If this is backwards, this means that Windows 8, the camera is filming it backwards, and I apologize. And if I can flip it around for you, I will. I'll put a link to it. Anyway, this is step-by-step how to starting your own Arduino projects. He also has a video online, which is which goes with the book. He goes through all the steps, and what I've done is I've ordered the first bunch of lessons. Maybe it's like 10 lessons, and it's $60. That includes the card and a bunch of little things. I haven't opened the box yet because I haven't had time. Why? Because time has a way of getting in your way. So we're gonna open it up. This is from Element 14, which is they shipped it from South Carolina. I don't know where they are, but I'll look that up for you if you'd like, and also put the video to the Arduino stuff. Very informative. The only thing is there's a lot of programming involved. I'm not terribly excited about that because I'm not much of a programmer. The first lesson is how to make this little LED light here blink on and off. Exciting. But you have to start somewhere, so you can't just go into the karate class and just start chopping blocks. You got to start with the katas. So we're going to do our start our katas, I guess. So we're going to cut this open with an edit, and it'll magically pop open. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, sing! Hey, while we're here, I just want to do a little edit or a plug. This is a plug for the Swiss Army card. I carry it around with me all the time. It's a little multi-tool made by Swiss Army. It's got a knife. It's a little tiny knife. They say it's like a letter opener, but I've used it. I use it mostly to open up boxes. And also, it's got a pair of scissors. There's a flashlight. There's a little screwdriver thing and a magnifying glass. Yes, I see you. So anyway, it's great. Fits in your wallet. Carry around everywhere. It also has a pen, which I use a lot. Love it. This one is my third one. I love it. Love it. All right, so let's see what we've got in the box. Let's see what we've got in the box. Ooh. All right, we have a piece of paper. Very good. It looks like everything has been wrapped sort of individually. This one says fragile on it. So it's like a little Christmas present thing. This one is heavy. There's another one. Oh, look, here's another one. Attention, observe precautions for handling. Electrostatic device enclosed. It's full of little boxes and stuff. Here's looks like a USB cord. It's sort of a mess, honestly. It's not organized in any fashion. It looks like there are little numbers and things. The other thing is that I have to learn how to solder things. And this looks like this is a breadboard, solderless breadboard, which I'm clueless as to a lot of this stuff, so that's why we're getting into it. A bunch of stuff in no static bags. I'm still looking for I think this might be their Arduino. The board certainly looks like it, right? So this is a hot mess of electronic stuff. Ooh, look at that. So I don't know what half the stuff is. This looks like an empty bag to me. Doesn't that look like an empty bag to you? It looks like an empty bag. Unless there's a little tiny wire in there. It looks like there might be... Well, if you like empty bags, then this is your thing. So it looks like they didn't... something was missing. I'll have to call them. And all of this stuff. It looks like it was just thrown in randomly. And here is the invoice that lists everything that was ordered. What a mess! So it's a steamy hot mess of electronic stuff. Ooh, here's another breadboard. Why would they send me another breadboard? I don't know. So what we're going to do is later on when we have time, we're going to run through the first one, and then we're going to start opening these things and see what we have inside. I'm hoping we have some motors, because I need those to power my robots. And that's really what I'm interested in. Blinking lights are fine, so we'll learn how to do that. This is just crazy. It's like Santa Claus of electronics was in a rush and just threw everything in. So it's going to take some time to sort out through all this stuff. This is probably what runs into the Arduino thing, but we'll open this one first just to show you what it is. Man, I don't know what all this stuff is. Look at it. Look at this. This is what it looked like when I opened it. So anyway, exciting. Exciting, but not... I guess I was expecting a little bit more. But you know what? It was cheap. So now we're going to use our Swiss Army card again. We are going to pull out the knife. We're not going to pull out the knife either. We're going to pull out the scissors, right? And we're going to open this guy up. We're going to see what's inside. We're probably going to put it back in the box for 6 months and then tell you about it when we get to it when it snows again, which is going to be tomorrow. Edit here would be nice. Oh, excuse me. So here's the little Arduino chip, I do believe. This is it right here. This little tiny guy. We're going to open it and take a quick look at it. We're going to put it back in the box. Forever. Oh, here it is. This is, there's actually a really good video online about the history of Arduino. And I'm going to link it right here. And you can take a look at it. It's a free documentary online about the history of this. My understanding is that it was developed so people could get into electronics, something cheap so that people could get into it. We are going to play with it and see what we can develop out of it, okay? Specifically for the Maker Faire and some other little tiny inventions I've been working on. And let's see if it powers them. This might be overpowered for what I'm trying to do, but it's interesting. I want to take a look at it. If you go into the Maker Faire, half of everything is powered by one of these guys. So we are going to experiment and have some fun with electronics, which we haven't really gotten into before. So that is the little card. I think the card by itself is maybe $26, $25. But I have all these fancy doodads that I get to play with. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic, shall we? After we have a sip of our, what do we call this? The drink. Sweet and bitter. The Reaper miniatures, we're still waiting. This is actually a Warhammer miniature. The detail between, this is a Reaper, this is plastic, this is also plastic. But the price is different. These are like 3 times as much. But Warhammer does a really good job with their miniatures. I don't know if you can see the detail. I don't know. I don't know if you can see the detail on this, but it's just amazing. Now, this was painted by one of my kids, and I love it. Let me tell you why. They don't have any preconception of what it should look like. They just want to paint it to make it look cool. And this one is just crazy. So I love watching them paint things, and I love the way they turn out because it doesn't look like anything that I've seen before. But anyway, the detail on this is very good. But the problem is the plastic is very brittle. If I went like this and put enough pressure on it, it would snap right off. This guy is made out of PVC. You can see the wings are very malleable. I could drop it from pretty high, and it's not going to break or fall apart or anything like that. So that's the difference, and these can be stepped on. See, the horns aren't sharp, whereas the Warhammer stuff is a little bit sharp. But the detail is so good on this. And this is kind of like a project because, well, I did have to glue the wings on this, but it's all apart, and you have to glue everything, and these are still fun. They're a little lighter, but they're also brittle. But they look so cool. Here's the little guy, little Not a death knight. Not a hell knight. Are these hell knights? I can't remember their name. They're the dark knight sort of evil warrior kind of guys. Love them. So let's move on to the toothpick sculptures. I bought a bunch of glue. Mostly Elmer's and kid-friendly stuff, and we're going to see how it works. The problem is that stuff takes a long time to dry, so we're going to try some super glue as well. Also, we're going to try Gorilla Glue. Red leather, yellow leather. Gorilla Glue, because that dries really fast. And the problem is, I think I'm going to have to figure out how to set it, or I'm going to need a vise or something like that. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope to have some completed projects for you next time on Baba Yaga's Hobby Hut.